से
हाँ सिर्फ एल्गो है क्योंकि C++ नहीं आएगा ना, C++ और जावा बेसिक सी का ही है शायद।
वो प्रोग्रामिंग और डाटा स्ट्रक्चर्स उसमें ही वो कवर हो जाता है, एक ही है वो।
डीबीएमएस का तो है काफी शायद।
उसका बुक देखा है डीवीएमएस का? बाप रे बाप।
हो जाएगा, इजी है, लैंग्वेज अच्छा है। इस पर जितने भी रिफर्ड बुक्स है सबका लैंग्वेज अच्छा है। लास्ट ईयर मॉरिस थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट था।
हेलो
कोई ग्रुप में बोलो ना सर को, क्लास भूल गए क्या वो शायद।
बोलो
हेलो
बोलो।
आवाज आ रहा है?
हाँ
आ रहा है।
ठीक है।
मेरा दीप ज्योति।
हेलो बुलाया?
हम्म।
कौन बुलाया?
मैं बोल दी।
इन मेमोरी ऑफ प्राण गोपाल सर।
क्यों अच्छा खास बर्बाद करने आ रहा है, क्यों बोलता है इसका नाम? हाँ सर।
We are to discuss SQL today. Whatever we have discussed earlier, we'll put it on standby. So let us start discussing this SQL. So how have any one of you downloaded anything regarding
Yes, sir.
SQL?
Yes,
What?
sir.
What have you downloaded?
Sir, the Oracle 11G Express Edition.
Okay, everyone? You can get it.
Yes sir, downloaded but it didn't run.
Okay.
Setup complete नहीं हुआ।
So Oracle download for this one. I'm just showing you the path. Go to this one, and here you can find Oracle 11G release to Express. Can you see this?
Yes
From here you can start your download. Okay, any one of these will do. I have taken this R2. So if this comes by, just download this one. You will be asked to sign in. If you have your sign in ready, you can sign in or create an account. You will get it. Okay. So this is there. I have already downloaded. So I'll not be downloading it again. So you can see I have taken this up here. This is my Oracle zip and I have unzipped it here. You just have to run the setup. Once you have run the setup, this will come. Is it coming for everybody? All of you?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you run this thing?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Whoever has downloaded, if you could not run this, you have to go to this one. In your C drive, this Oracle exe you can see. Click on it, go to app, Oracle, and go to product. Okay, product 11.2 server, and go to this get started. Within this get started, go to this properties, and you see I have changed this. There will be something a percentage and HTTP, some percentage is given. Replace it with 8080. replace it with 8080 and apply. Okay, after that you will be able to open this up. Okay, go to Application Express and create your login and username you can give, and password, a very simple password that you can remember. Okay, some issues are there. I have already logged into this one. Okay, parameters. Anyway, I have already created this one, this particular ID and this one. After that, you will have to go to this one. Run your SQL command. Whatever we will be seeing in SQL. Okay, this command, you can first write connect your username and your password. So you are connected, you are ready to do your SQL queries. Okay, now this is the way you have to do it. Let's start with the class. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What about all others?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Kamalika.
yeah, sir, I joined 2 minutes late, I guess. So I couldn't follow the starting thing. Like I got to know from the middle, so all went.
It's all right. No, from knowing from the middle, you try. If you get stuck somewhere, we will help. Okay? You try top first. Okay. Now we will start with our introduction. You see, history. IBM SQL language developed as part of System R project at the IBM San Jose Research Laboratory, renamed as Structured Query Language or SQL. We have versions of SQL, that is ANSI and ISO standards of SQL, SQL 86, 89, 92, 99, 2003, 2008. These are available. Now, commercial systems offer most, if not all, SQL 92 features. Okay, plus varying feature set from later standards and special properties features, as and when. Right now, what we are having is Oracle 19c or something available. So these numbers specify how the Oracle has evolved, and with every new edition, there will be some features added to it. Now, there is a fair warning that not all examples here may work on your particular system. So we ignore this one. Now, data definition language. The SQL data definition language allows the specification of information about relations. That includes the schema for each relation. Schema, you understand the structure of each relation. That is, what is the type of attributes we are having for that relation, as well as what are the data types of those attributes. The domain of value associated with each attribute, that is domain, that is the data type that we are talking about. Also integrity constraints like foreign key, primary key. Okay, some may have not null, that is a particular, even if it is not a key, you cannot have a null value for that. And as we will see later, also other information such as the set of indices to be maintained for each relation. This indices we will not see now. This indices will come when we see indexing and hashing. Security and authorization information for each relation. The physical storage structure of each relation on the disk. Okay. Now, these are the things that a data definition language defines. That is, SQL is a data definition language as well as data manipulation language. Some of the commands that we are going to see are data definition, and some of the command are data manipulation. Data definition means which can alter the scope of your relation. Alter the scope of your relation. For example, if I have created a table. I have created a table, and if I try to insert something, creating the table, inserting some value, creating the table is a data definition language, whereas inserting is a data manipulation command. Getting the distinction? What I'm telling you about? Creating a table will be a data definition command, DDL command. Whereas inserting values into the particular table will be DML command, that is data manipulation. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
We can
Yes, sir.
create a table and leave the table as it is without inserting any values. But we cannot insert values without creating a table. Okay, without creating a table. Say for example, in this course, we will see also another examples of data definition and data manipulation is whenever I need to delete an entire table. I need to delete an entire table, including its structure as well. We use the command drop. Okay, that means once you have dropped a particular table, the entire existence of that table will be gone. The counterpart of this, that is the drop, is a DDL command, whereas when we talk about a DML, corresponding DML command, it is delete table command. Delete table will delete all the domain values, but the overall structure of the table will be remaining. We will see this today itself. Okay. Now, domain type in SQL. Character n, fixed length character string with user specified length of n. This n is the length of the character, that is 5, 6, 7 simile. Then we have varchar, variable length character string with user specified maximum n. That is this varchar. What is the difference between this n and this n is this is a fixed length. That is, no matter what, this much space will be reserved. But in varchar, you have given expected that, say for example, varchar 20. You have created an attribute name. You have given varchar 20. Your name will be maximum of 20 characters, but minimum there is no lower. You can take it. Okay. Int is an integer, a finite set of integers that is machine dependent. Obviously, your machine and my machine will not be similar. Similarly, again, small int is small integer, a machine dependent subset of the integer domain. We have this numeric. This is different from this int, that is fixed point number with user specified precision of p digits with n digits to the right of the decimal. That is, I have p and d. We have specified position of p digits. P number of digits will be there with d digits. It is not n, with d digits to the right of the decimal. This digit will be the right. Say for example, if I am having 6,2, that means 6 digit number will be there with dot 00. Whatever the 00 is, that is precision of the decimal will be 2 points. Then again, we have a real and double precision, floating point and double precision floating point numbers with machine dependent precision, whatever the precision you are giving. Similar to your C, we have floating point with user specified precision at least n digits, and whatever as and when it comes up, we will go on seeing. Now you see the first command that we are going to see here is create table. Okay, we have an SQL relation defined using the create table command. So the first is create table R, that is create table name. This create table now this R is nothing but table name. So associated with this is within first bracket we write A1 is the attribute, D1 is the domain, A2 is the attribute, D2 is the domain, and so on. All the attributes we have listed along with its domain. And then we try to write the integrity constants. Integrity constants such as primary key, such as foreign key, and so on and so forth. I guess you understand what is a primary key. I guess you understand what is a primary key. We have not spoken about foreign key. So as of now, you just don't consider this thing now, but primary key you understood. Also, here R is the name of the relation, that is the table name. Each AI is an attribute name in the schema of relation R. This is the attribute name. This is the attribute name A1 to AN, and DI is the type, is the data type of values in the domain of attribute AI. Okay, data type DI is the data type of values in the domain of attribute AI. Now, for an example, they have created create table. This is the name of the table. Name of the table, and then we have the attributes ID, name, department, and salary. ID is your character, they have given a character. Name is varchar, that is at most 20 characters should be there. It can be less than that, and they have kept it as not null. This is one of the integrity constraints. Integrity constraints. That is, while inserting, you must remember that you cannot go on having name as null. We can have a department name which is varchar. Here you can obviously put some null values. Okay, and then salary, that is ID you can have null, department name you can have null, and salary you can have null. Okay, so first we create this table using our SQL. I'll just go about it again. Once you have downloaded the Express 11 Express edition, you just go into this SQL, run SQL command line, and then the first thing that you have to do is connect. Specify the username that you have actually entered there. You go for this one and give the password. Okay, once you have connected, you can start your SQL query. So I'll just clear the screen. Okay, I was already doing something like this. Right now I will be creating this create table. Okay, and then we will see the DML and DDL command. So we can give this as create table, table name. I have given ID, I have given name, I have given varchar, department name, and this one. What is it? Invalid identifier. Why? अभी तो चल रहा है. Error in line 2. What is that? Okay. Let's write it. Create table instructor. You can write ID vector to be 5, and then name to be varchar 20. This is the integrity constraint, department name, actor 20, and then salary, numeric, comma 2. You see, the table is created. The table is created. Either you can write it in this fashion or you can write it in this fashion. Okay. Yes. That's what the problem was. This 2, 3, 4, 5 is coming. That's what the problem was. Anyway, so did you get this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I see whether my table and what is the structure of my table and what is the fields that we have given, we can say describe table. One command is there, esc table name. What is the table name? Instructor, semicolon. You see, I have name, I have this name is there, character, ID is there, character 5, name is there, it should be not null, varchar, department name should be is there, its type is varchar, and salary 8. Now, if we start for this reason, if we start inserting things, that is insert into instructor values, this is the insert command, insert into instructor values. Depending on what are the domain of your attribute, you need to supply the values of this particular row. If it is a character, it should be within single quotes. Like the ID was a character, it should be in a single quote. Name was a character, it should be in single quote. Department name was character, it should be in single quote. Salary is numeric, so you can put it without any single quote, terminated using a semicolon. So if we just start insert into insert into instructor values within single quote, ID, some ID has been given, comma, some name, say some name has been given, comma, some department computers have been given, comma, and then what is it? Salary. Say 60,000 is being given. Once we do this, is happening?
Sir, comma before salary.
Oh, comma is not there. I have missed the comma. Okay. One row created. One row created. So when we see this thing, that, acha, let me create another into instructor values something 0111 sorry 0111 some value some value array, maybe from agree department, agricultural, and some value 70,000. Again, it is created. Third into instructor values some 0, 1, 1, 2, some values I am giving. Electronics. अच्छा. Now you see three values, three rows have been created. Now I want to see the table, how this table is actually seen. So there is a very simple command: select star, that is everything. Select star from instructor. You see, I have the table displayed in front of you. ID is 10, this one. I have given 3 names: John, Ray, and Joy. Department, these departments are there. Salary, this salary is there. Are you clear about this? How to insert and how to see the table?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do remember here, whenever we have actually seen the relational SQL queries, how the select operation worked, how the select operation worked, horizontally or vertically?
Horizontally.
Horizontally, sir.
In SQL, it is quite the opposite. In SQL, select works in a vertical fashion. Say, for example, select name from instructor will only give you name, will only give you the values of that particular attribute. Values of that particular attribute. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
इससे पहले आप लोगों का कौन सा क्लास था?
सर
हाँ सोना.
हाँ सर, वो न्यूमेरिक 8,2 वो थोड़ा समझाए ना सर.
Okay. अभी समझ में आया?
यस सर.
That
वो
is what?
2 डेसिमल आफ्टर डेसिमल 2 नंबर होगा 2.
This is what?
वो वर्कर की तरह हो गया.
हाँ?
वर्कर की तरह हो गया. मिनिमम कोई लिमिट नहीं है
लेकिन नहीं है. न्यूमेरिक where you cannot go and add.
यस सर.
वैरकर कहाँ हुआ? वैरकर में मैंने कुछ दो दिया. वैरकर में मैंने सिर्फ एक लिमिट दिया.
यस सर.
I have only given a limit.
ओके सर. ओके. यस सर.
So we can have more. We can have more. This one. So this way we can go on creating. There are insert statements where we can एक एक करके नहीं देके we can give it all together, but I am not touching it today. I'll show it later. Doesn't matter. Okay. So I guess content in this particular slides are clear. You have seen it practically how it is being done.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Integrity constraints in table. That is, we have already created this not null and primary key and foreign key. Foreign key we are not seeing right now. We have not discussed it right now. Now you see here, if I by chance give something as null, will it work? Simple question. Will it work?
It cannot be. No.
It will work. Why?
It takes null as a character. String of
Takes
character.
null as a character. So null you cannot give it like this. You have to make again. You have to bring it out of this particular transition, and now you see cannot insert null into this one. Cannot insert null. Why? Because we have already given our integrity constraint where it is given not null. Where it is given not null. Got the point? Got the point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just wait for a second. Now, so another example of primary key, another example of putting integrity constant is we can create this one. We can create this one. Like we have given this all this stuffs, name and varchar and all, and at the last we identify which is the primary key, and here is the foreign key. Now, about the foreign key, I'm telling you about the foreign key. Just a minute. Now I'm having I'm having a table A, I'm having a table B. If I say I have this table alpha, beta and gamma and here there is some lambda and alpha and rho. I have identified this alpha to be the primary key. I have identified this alpha to be the primary key. That means what? Given the value, any value of alpha, a single row will be identified. And here I have given lambda to be the primary key. Appearance of this alpha and this alpha are same. Appearance of this alpha, that is the foreign key of any other relation appearing in, the primary key of any other relation appearing in any, of one relation appearing in any relation, any other relation, makes this alpha as a foreign key. That is, alpha is a reference. Alpha is a reference of relation A into B. Alpha is what? Alpha is a reference of relation A into relation B. Therefore, this alpha is called a foreign key. Remember that even if I have this gamma, even if I have this beta of relation A into this B, this gamma and beta will never be foreign key. Why? Because this gamma and beta are not primary key, of A. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
सर फिर से बताइए ना.
हाँ बताएंगे. और anyone else who have a problem?
Yes, sir. Problem, sir.
Who said?
Simple.
Anjali, you said yes.
Yes, sir.
Explain.
Yes, sir. So, if we have two relations and, for example, in one relation we have gamma, alpha and beta, and gamma is the primary key. And we have another relation where lambda, alpha and beta are there. So if they both have alpha in common and alpha is the primary key of relation 1, so that is being used in other relations. So it is a foreign key of the second relation, and it is considered because it is the primary key of the first relation. But if we have other attributes also in the second relation, they won't be considered as the foreign key because they are not the primary key in the first relation.
I'm going about this again. Yes, it is correct. I am having two relations A and B. The same example I am taking alpha, beta and gamma. Here I am taking lambda, alpha and rho. Okay, some values are there, fine. Some values are there here also. We designate alpha to be primary key of A. Similarly, lambda to be primary key of B. Now the mere appearance of this alpha into this particular relation B makes it what? Makes it the foreign key. Foreign key of what? Foreign key of B. Foreign key of B, where this foreign key is a reference of A in B. Foreign key of A is a reference of A in B. I'll give you another example. Say, for example, in your university, we have created a department relation and a library relation. But the point, I have taken a department relation as well as a library relation. These are all taking part into the database named university. And we are talking about our university. So how in the department, or say not department, we say student relation. How in the student relation a particular student will be identified? I say I have taken the exam roll number, that exam roll number wala 11821 है ना कुछ आप लोगों का, that to be the primary key of that relation. That primary key. Now in the library, I'm having books. I'm having a particular relation issued to. Once issued to is there, identification of the book will be there, and identification of that you say student will be there. Now you see the primary key of student relation, that is the exam roll number, will be appearing where? Will be appearing in the issued relation. This issued relation will tell this particular roll number has taken this book, which is identified by the ISBN. ISBN. I'm making this relation. I have this student, this relation student here. I am having a library where these books are there. The books will be identified by ISBN. क्या होता है? Title, and then author 1, author 2, and something like that. Then I have this relation issued. You see, in issued, how it will be maintained? I have this roll number of the student, roll number. I have this ISBN of the student maintained here. Now, what is this roll number? This is a primary key of student. What is this ISBN? This is a primary key of books. So we can say roll number and ISBN are references to this relation student and this relation book. At the end of the day, when I said name of the student along with name of the book, how will you identify this? First of all, which roll number has taken which book? Now from that we go for a join operation here. Reference point will be this roll number. From that we will find out the name. Again there will be a join operation with this books. Reference point will be this ISBN, and then the title of the books can be determined, and we can easily have that some student Sanjay has issued book DBMS book. Did you get this example?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Did you get this example, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similar to this one, we are having this one as create integrity constant that has been given. Create table instructor ID 5 this, and then we have started giving these two. That is primary key ID. This ID is primary key. Essentially this means this ID as of now cannot be kept as null. Now let's see. This is our relation, and if I just happen to give something like, say, my name and this to be null, will this work? The row created, and we select, you see, the 7th row, you see, I have Abhijit is in life science having a salary of 70,000 and his ID is null. Similarly, we can also see this one to be null, this one to be null, this name to be somebody Ajay, and this one to be null. Okay. क्या कर दिया? अच्छा कोट्स नहीं दिए, कोट्स नहीं दिए. Row is created. We can see start from instruction. I have this Ajay, except for this name, which I have already declared that it should not be a null. Everything else can be a null. But as and when I declare this, you see, ID to be primary key, can I keep it as null?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So, ensuring primary key, that is primary key declaration on an attribute automatically ensures the domain to be or the value to be not null. You cannot take a null value. Okay. Similarly, they have created this create table student and this and that. Okay. Second ID, what is second ID can be dropped from primary key above. Okay, to ensure a student cannot be registered for 2 sections. Anyway, so we will not create anything more here. We will just see what we can do with this very simple queries that we are going to see. Now, let's say we need those who have more than we have more than this 60,000 as a salary. So select star from instructor where salary is greater than 60. I hope this will work. 6 rows created. You see what I have given? I have given a select star, that is select everything. Everything meaning every attribute, ID, name, department name, and salary from instructor where. This is the where clause. This is the where clause, that is हम लोग जैसे relation algebra में we were writing this and predicate here ना, predicate here. In SQL we can write the general statement of select is select attribute list from table name where condition. This is the general statement of SQL select command. Did you get this? Did you get this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I say delete name, or say delete star from instructor where name is equal to null. Will it work? It will not work. So we say delete table name. What will happen? This delete command will delete all this values, all this rows, and then if we see this instructor description of instructor, the general structure of my table is preserved. Now if we go for select star from instructor, what will be the result? What will be the result?
Table not found or something.
Table is there. Table is there. Your voice is not clear, whoever is speaking. अरे क्या बोल रहे हो मेरे भाई? What did he tell? Anybody could understand? Please explain. आप मैसेज करिए क्या बोल रहा? इन कॉल मैसेज करिए क्या बोल रहा? आपका आवाज बिल्कुल क्लियर.
Sir, I think बोलिए. I think आएगा कि no data found.
You see DESC instructor, whenever we give, this structure of this table is available. इसने मैसेज किया है. क्या मैसेज किया है? Let me see. Empty table. So if we now select star from instructor, it will select the table, it will select everything, but it will not display anything. No rows found, no rows selected, because there is no row. So we can start again by, say for example, if I give this one, no rows selected, my table is empty at this moment. So when we define this thing, this DDL language, creating the table is my data definition language. I'm creating the data and I'm defining the data. At the same time, whenever we are doing this insert operation, this is DML. Okay. This is DML value. This is DML. This is DML. But whenever I am doing this is also a DML. At the same time, when I am doing delete instructor, what have I done? DML or DDL?
DDL.
Sir, DDL.
It is also DML. It is also DML. When I see DESC instructor describing the entire table, this is also DDL. This is DDL. And if you want to know the corresponding DDL command to delete, it is drop instructor. Okay. Drop table. Table is dropped. If I go for instructor, say error. Object instruct. Oh, sorry. Object instructor does not exist. Object instructor does not exist. So this is when you are creating the data, creating the schema, or whenever you are altering the schema, or whenever you are, deleting the entire database, these are all DDL command. Whenever you are doing something with the data meaning the attribute values, that is, you have created you have inserted a particular row, you have deleted a particular row. These things are DML, that is data manipulation language. Are we clear about this distinction about DML and DDL? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go further. So if you want me to create this tables, okay, I'll create it some other day. And your madam is calling me time and again, your Sunita madam. There is a meeting going on. So I need to go into that meeting. Okay, I'll stop this class right now. Tomorrow I have a class. Tomorrow I have a class or no?
Let me check.
Sir, take down, sir. हाँ सर, है सर कल।
कितने बजे से?
सर 11 बजे से है सर, 1 बजे तक।
तो कल 11 बजे से क्लास होगा and tomorrow we will see SQL itself. Okay? SQL ही देखा जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
ओके सर।
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.